Hi guys, it's Paul, and the name of this video that I will be doing is she interested in me? How do you know if she's interested or not? Are you in or are you out? Okay, here's the way you can tell. Well, to start with, if you are out somewhere and you see a girl that you're very attracted to, you want to get to know her better, you want to ask her on a date, how do you tell if you're going to be rejected by her? The first thing that you need to do is you can walk up to her, ask her her name, and she will probably tell you. Now, the problem with this is even girls that aren't interested will tell you their name. They don't want to be mean. They don't want to hurt guys' feelings. So they're going to tell you their name. The way that you can tell if they're interested in you is, do they ask your name? It's a terrific way to tell in an instant whether you're in or you're out. If she does not ask your name, she's not interested in you, move on to the next one. Attraction in life towards a woman and her attraction towards you is not a choice. Nature takes care of those things. If she's attracted to you, then she's attracted. She can't help it. Nature handles that. There's nothing you can really do to talk her into being attracted to you if she's not. If she doesn't find you physically attractive or stimulating to talk to, then that's it. You're out. Just move on. Don't waste your time there. Very important. Move on. Don't waste your time. Okay? Another very important thing and a way that you can gauge a woman's interest is by having sensory acuity. And sensory acuity means that you are basically aware of what's going on around you. Okay? Now, regarding sensory acuity, what you want to do is notice what position is her body in. Okay? Are her feet facing you? That means she's interested. You got a chance. If her feet are facing towards you, she's at least intrigued a bit and interested in getting to know more information about you, more about you. Okay, so you want to also pay close attention to eye contact. Is she looking into your eyes? Is she smiling? If so, then she's interested. One thing that's very important when you do see a woman that you're interested in is you have to show that you have the confidence. Maintain eye contact with her. Do not look away. Let her look away first. It's looking away conveys the image that you're, or the message that you are less, that you're not worthy of her. She's just a human being too. She's just like you. She's just a human being. Don't put her on a pedestal. So when you make eye contact with her, smile. Do not look away. Wait for her to look away. And it is so important. And a lot of guys mess this up. They get fearful and they look away, and she knows instantly that, okay, this guy doesn't have confidence, and they will see right through you like a lace curtain. Women are very intuitive, and they can pick up on these cues, and they have to be good at it. There's a lot of creepy guys out there. There's a lot of guys out there that are not safe, and the first thing a woman wants to know about you is, are you a safe guy? Are you safe to talk to and interact with and to ultimately date? Okay? So watch her body language. Are her eyes wide open? Is she smiling? Is she playing with her hair? They will play with her hair. a lot if they're interested or if they find you attractive. So it's not a choice. She's already attracted to you. Nature takes care of it. What you do have control of is you don't want to talk her out of it. You don't want to say things that make you appear like you don't have confidence. Even if you don't have a lot of confidence, you don't want to convey that to her. One thing you can do is just ask her questions. Let her do 80% of the talking. A lot of guys, when they get nervous, they will talk too much, and you'll end up talking her right out of liking you. Don't do it. Ask her questions, genuine questions that you are interested in, and you'll be on your way to success then. Okay? If you are interested in a woman and you do want to ask her out on a date, ask her immediately. Don't just take her phone number and stay on the phone with her and text with her. The phone and texting should be used to set up plans. Now, I know texting is a big thing now, and a lot of people do it, and this is where a lot of guys mess up. They text things that they think are cute, and they text things that are approval seeking, and it's going to turn her off. You're going to talk her right out of liking you. The best thing to do is you want to keep a sense of mystery up. You want her to wonder about you when you're not around. Like, what is he doing? What is he thinking? Who's he with? You want her to wonder about you. If you text excessively and talk to her on the phone excessively, there's no mystery. You totally deflate all the excitement. You want her to wonder. So when you are on the phone or texting, use that to set up a date and a time to get together with her. When setting up a date with her, it's very important. Be right to the point. Don't ask her where does she want to go, okay? If she has a problem with the place that you pick, she'll probably let you know. So it's up to you to set up an exact day and time and location. And if you're not sure if you two are going to gel together or not, meet up with her separately, drive your car, have her drive her car, if you're not sure that she just knocks your socks off. So those are some really helpful tips to improve your success with that. So I recommend when you are setting up a date, you want to set up, like I said, the exact day, exact time, exact location. Say, well, how about let's meet at 567 Green Street at O'Malley's, or whatever the name of the bar is, or the restaurant. If you're romantically interested in her, don't ask her out for lunch. If you're not sure if you want to date with her, invite her out for a drink in the evening. That's going to convey more of a romantic interest instead of her putting you into the friend category, in the friend zone, so to speak. You don't want to be in the dreaded friend zone. So another thing with dates, do not go to the movies, because you don't have a chance to get to know her better or to talk to her or to find out more about her. You can't interact physically in talking if you're in a movie theater. You're just sitting there together staring at a screen, not talking. That is not going to help her develop attraction towards you. So another thing is, you don't want to plan double dates until after you are in an exclusive relationship together, because there's going to be, if you go out with friends, they may say something stupid, or they may bring up something about you or something that happened to you that in front of her that you don't want her to hear, because it doesn't make you look very good. Do not go on dates. Don't go on birthday parties or things with friends until you're already exclusive with her in a relationship. Don't do approval seeking behaviors like buying gifts. Don't buy flowers, candy, any of this stuff. And the reason is women are totally used to this. They're totally used to guys trying to seek their approval and win them over with gifts and candy and all of these things. They don't work. I've tried them in the past. It never has worked. Those are things that you do when you're in a relationship with a woman and when you're exclusive with her. You don't have to buy gifts for her when you're trying to develop, when you're in the beginning, when your interest is first developing in her and you're first dating. You don't need to do all of that stuff. You're the gift. You are the gift to her. All that you need to do is bring yourself to the date and bring your best foot forward. Always bring your best to the table when it comes to women in dating. Be the best version of yourself that you can. Some of the things that you want to avoid talking about on dates are past relationships that failed. Don't bring those up. It'll ruin your chances, and it will convey a message to her that, this guy's not too successful with women, so why should I give him a chance? So even if, we've all had bad things happen in our past, don't bring them up on the date. You want to be positive. You want to be upbeat on the date. If for some reason the conversation goes to that, if she brings that up or something, the best thing you can do is, if you do screw up and say something negative about a past relationship, put a positive spin on it. Say, well, I really learned a lot about this, and it was challenging at the time, but I've learned a lot, and I've learned from my mistakes, and it was actually a good thing that happened, and it taught me a lot. You always want to be positive, upbeat, happy on your date, things like that. As far as, what do you do on your date, okay? A lot of guys now, the economy's really bad. They don't have a lot of money to spend. A lot of trans guys are watching my videos too. They are just all kinds of people. It doesn't matter what group you're in. Some of us just don't have the money, okay? So what you can do is plan maybe a nice picnic at a park. That's something that you can do that is not going to cost a lot of money. Maybe go to Panera or somewhere like that, or your favorite sandwich shop, get some sandwiches, get a nice little spread, go to a park, just lay down a blanket, and so you can interact with her, you can enjoy your food, and then you can relax on the blanket and chat. And that's something that you can do that doesn't cost much at all. And at the same time, you're not trying to win her over by taking her to a fancy restaurant. You don't want to do those things really in the beginning, because it will convey that you're trying to win her over. When you do go on your dates, I've learned this the hard way, plan two places to go. What I mean by that is, maybe choose a place to go have dinner or a meal or take her on a picnic. And after that, you want to choose another activity, like maybe some bowling, somewhere that you can physically interact with her and that things can have a chance to escalate physically if things are going well. You can, touch each other that way. You can, just physically interact with her doing an activity like that. Maybe going to an arcade, playing some of the games like the skeet ball, things like that where you can interact. If it's winter, take her ice skating. That's very romantic. Women love things like that. They want to be in a romantic story that is just naturally flowing, naturally unfolding. So those are some tips I have about gauging her interest in. I also got into a little bit of how to ask her on a date, and and if she says no, or a lot of women won't say no, they'll bring up an excuse. And if she makes up an excuse and she does not give you a counter offer or a rain check on it, or say, well, I'm not, if she's interested, she will say, oh, I can't make it that day, I have to babysit my friend's cat or parakeet. She'll make up something like that. If she doesn't put a counter offer up there, then she's not interested. She doesn't want to go. A woman who's interested will say, well, I have to watch my friend's parakeet on Wednesday. Let's make it Saturday night. So, when you are asking a woman on a date, you want to be very to the point, very precise. And you can say, I would love to meet you for dinner or for a drink. When are you free? Get very precise, very to the point. Ask her when she's free, word for word. It's very important that you say that exactly. Don't say, oh, well, would you like to get together sometime for dinner? You're not being precise, and women will not, most women I know that they will not like that. So they don't want to make plans for you. They want you to take control and for you to set up the place, the time, and the arrangements. She just wants to show up and have fun. Allow her to do that. And it's up to you to lead the date and to lead that into where you want it to go to. One quick side note, real quick, when you are on your date, a lot of guys wonder, do I go for the kiss? Absolutely. Even if you're scared to, for whatever reason you're afraid to, some trans guys are afraid to, no, don't hesitate on that. If she's looking at your lips and then your eyes and then your lips, then she wants you to kiss her, so do that. If she's making physical contact with you towards the end of the day, like rubbing against you or your knee or something, she wants you to kiss her. Go ahead and kiss her. Go for it. If she does not kiss you, if you get the cheek, then there's a high likelihood either she's shy or she's not interested in you romantically. If she does that, gives you the cheek on the first date, I wouldn't say that's a deal breaker, but if she does it on a second date, move on, go to the next woman. Don't waste time, because she's not interested enough for romance to happen. Okay, so there's a few of my tips there on how to gauge a woman's interest and how to ask a woman on a date. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. If you guys have any comments, just leave them down below, and I will check you guys out later. Have a terrific week.